To be honest, I'm not sure what in the world's on her hands, but she uses her feet more than anything.
Maybe they're decorative knives.
And we're back.
Welcome back, folks.
Here we are to die again for your insane pleasure.
Round 3.
Are you not entertained?
No!
That sucks.
Oh, I broke the glass. Oh, I should break the glass for me.
There's May and Billy.
Normally I wouldn't hit a woman. But in your case, let me just save you.
I don't normally hit a woman, but when I do, I make sure I use a super move.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Harvey, I got some special sauce for you. Wow, okay, yeah.
That was a little inappropriate.
It just,
We bit.
That was... Not only was that on point, but that was a little disturbing. I mean, that was really disturbing. Okay.
stop hitting me!
This session of Third Slot is not rated by the E ESRB.
And if it were, it would probably have a parental warning.
Viewer discretion is advised. No.
That's it?
That was a short round.
That was
Short.
weak.
There's another
Okay.
car in the ending there. Then we're on a
Round
bridge.
4.
We're on a bridge at sunset.
We still have James playing as Guy, who's in the red.
Ooh, not
And we have William playing as Dean, who looks like Eminem with Cloud Strike's hair.
How awesome would that be, though?
Not much.
Oh, sweet, you got some chunks?
Yep.
Ah, you hit me in the
Well,
face,
William
bro.
realized you have some chunks. Oh, you don't have any chunks anymore. You got tapped and you lost them.
You wasted them.
That's weak.
You wasted them, bro.
Well, if the dude tapped me when I was like on this side of the screen, it would have been fine.
You know, I'd like a
And
barrel.
there's nothing inside of this barrel.
It's an empty barrel. That's
So let's see.
lame. That's dumb.
It's Rick, Dirk,
I'd really love a pair of those claw grips.
And door.
It looks like a zombie when he walks around.
Now, the thing I love is when he does his one move where he just thrusts his chest at you.
Alright, so on a random note, folks, I just popped on my Facebook, and as of right now, the new Fantastic Four movie has a worse Rotten Tomatoes score than the George Clooney Batman and Robin movie.
Really?
Wow.
It is Batman and Robin was at 11%. The new Fantastic Four is at 10%.
Wow.
Wow.
It's actually a bit higher than the other day because it was at 9.
Yeah, well, Pixels was at 0 for a while, and I don't know what it's at now, but Pixels did terrible too. But I think that ended around 16%.
Wow. That's not...
And then a friend of ours posted posted this.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's a picture of the poster from Fantastic Four with that Straight Outta Compton symbol, but it says Straight Outta Theaters.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Oh, alright, sorry.
Somebody's gonna get a kick soon. Oh, I know if I threw him at you, you could still lose it.
Yeah,
Hey, where'd you go?
disappeared.
Oh, what, you lose it twice and it's gone?
Apparently.
Don't you know stuff can't stay on the floor for more than 2 seconds? before
Oh,
it
you better
disappears?
that Wii U. You better get it off the floor and put it on the table. It's gonna disappear soon. Just gonna blink a couple times and be gone.
That's okay, I've got a special...
Is his name Arby?
Yes.
Barbie.
Well, I think I said I got some special sauce for you.
I have the meats.
Looks like he's made it.
So if he has the meat, does that make me Giuseppe?
Personally, I don't like onions.
Oh, face plant.
Oh, I love Arby's. My wife and I go there all the time.
Arby's is like
However-
it's in that Wendy's classification of fast food, whereas it's on the higher end and it's more expensive.
See, problem is some of their new advertising leaves a little something to be desired. I took a picture of it a year ago when they started kind of this new promotional campaign, and one of the posters says meat juice, one of our favorite beverages.
Ew,
Yeah.
that is disgusting.
I think their choice of wording could have changed just a bit. Well, it's crazy because there's an Arby's if you're local to this area, the Baltimore area. There's an Arby's on Bel Air Road, just in the county, just a little bit north of Rossville Boulevard. And I started going there regularly about 2-3 years ago with my wife. And when I went in there, there was really helpful, intelligent people working, very friendly, courteous. They'll bring the food out to your table. You don't have to wait for it. You know, really almost Chick-fil-A quality in service, which was great. And then over the 3 years, it has just steadily gone down. And asking someone for extra marinara sauce, they will honestly look at you like they have no idea what you're talking about. And it's terrible there. I love the food, but I mean, it's like almost an exercise in futility just to order something. And God help you if you have a special order. Get the sandwich, hold the tomato.
Another place that's really bad with special orders is Jimmy John's.
Really, I've never been there.
Haven't been.
They're ridiculously fast, just like they advertise. I mean, you can get something like real fast there, but that's the problem is that pretty much all of the sandwiches, like when you ask for a sandwich, they hop right on it and start making it.
Right.
But if you particularly don't want something ordered, sometimes they're going so fast that they don't keep up with what you don't want on it.
That's not good. I'd rather wait an extra 10-15 seconds for them to, actually read the order. I'll wait an extra 15 seconds. No problem. I'll wait a minute extra.
I mean, the first time I went there, I had a friend who was allergic to tomatoes. And he, like, straight up said, like, no tomatoes on his sandwich. And, like, by the time he finished paying, his sandwich was done. And it had
Wow.
tomatoes on it.
Oh.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. See, and I'm not even worried about the mistakes because mistakes happen. The error is human. What I hate is when they'll say the tomatoes, they'll put tomatoes on the sub or the sandwich or the burger, and then you hand it back to them and say, I said no tomato. And they'll look at you with the straightest face and go, can't you pick them off?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, one, there's going to be people out there that are allergic to tomatoes. And two, I ordered something. You guys said no problem. I paid you for it. I paid you to not put them on, not for you to give them to me and then tell me to deal with it. It's my problem.
That's an inherent problem with drive-thrus because if you have an issue like that and you go back around, who's to say they're just not taking it off themselves?
Yeah.
And putting it. They're not supposed to.
But they'll do it.
Yeah.
No, you can ask my wife, it drives her nuts because I special order everything, extra this, hold that, and unless absolutely necessary, basically like Taco Bell 1 in the morning, I will always walk in. I don't care if it's pouring down rain. I will walk in and order my food, and I will watch them because I don't want any of that nonsense. And we are fighting one of the crew members from the YMCA.
Apparently the giant sailor
Village
guy with
people.
a mustache.
Now, this is what happened to, what's his name? G.I. Joe.
You
Shipwreck?
mean Shipwreck.
Yeah, Shipwreck,
Yeah.
after he, eventually retired.
Oh,
He bulked up after retiring.
just a bit.
Good chow.
Maybe this just happened in my head, but wasn't there an episode of G.I. Joe where Shipwreck was kind of racist?
Maybe it
and
was the
they
80s. You
explored.
could pull it off a
It was
little
like
bit more.
it was like but they like specifically explored racism. I feel like there was a racism episode where they
Might wanna-
kind of
James, you might want to go down a little bit and William go up a little bit. There you go.
No, it's right in the middle. So that way it moves a little bit more down. You'll be able to do it.
James, William, you guys are looking a little thirsty. Oh.
Go down.
Who's we?
Perfect.
Yeah, player one gets all the points because he did all the work.
I tried, man. I tried.
But you gotta understand, you kicked him in the head a couple times. It was a little woozy.
Oh yeah, with all the things that he's done to me. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they got guns. It's like we're getting serious now. Enough of this street fighting.
No, because good guys don't use guns. Not even
Not
the
back in the
worst.
Oh, it's funny. I watched. I want to say last night. I watched the original Batman, the one with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. And Batman kills a lot of people in that movie. I thought he doesn't kill anybody. I mean, he drives into the he drives into the chemical plant, puts his shield up, drops the bomb, and the whole plant explodes, killing all the henchmen. And then he's flying around. He's flying around the.
No, there's no guarantee that they were on.
Yeah, they could have just been very,
Well,
very
see, that's what leads to my second point. He was flying around later on in the movie at the parade with the balloons. First, he gets rid of the balloons, and that's fine and dandy. And then he comes back around and he pushes a button, and all these missiles and chain guns pop up in the Batwing, and he starts shooting at all of them, and you watch them all drop from getting hit with missiles and bullets. It was no panning out. They all got hit and they all dropped dead. The only one that didn't was the Joker, who then.
Those were blanks and tranks.
And then, yeah. And then when he goes into the top of the cathedral, he has to fight a couple henchmen, and he throws a number of them off the edge down to their death.
But you
Unless
never see
there's-
them there, so you can't really say that they're dead.
That's true.
Because you always see them on the ground.
Plus, Batman is smart enough to throw somebody so that they land on their feet, causing injury but not death.
Yeah, didn't we see that in The Dark Knight when he took what was that crime boss's name?
I know who you're talking about, but I do not remember his name.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of it.
It's not Falcone. He took over Falcone's crime family.
I want to say it starts with an S.
No, it's Salvatore Maroni.
Yeah, that's it. Alright.
And you could hear, and the sickening thing is you could hear his knees pop. They literally popped. It was the most disturbing sound I've ever heard.
That's cool there, man.
Beating up the ladies. Well, what's wrong with you? Didn't your mom and dad teach you better?
Yeah, they told us to get rid of them early.
Something wrong with you, Jim.
You don't know the half of it.
Exactly.
I'm watching you beat up these women
Yeah, well, we're not beating them up fast enough.
as you hit each other, and the brotherly love just comes out in spades.
I remember hearing something about because of certain regions, you couldn't have a video game where they were beating up women. So they basically said that the women are actually men.
Yeah.
They
I
said
think that's how Poison ended up being a transvestite
Right.
in the Japanese version.
wow.
And now we have the weird dude.
Oh yeah, the zombie baseball guys.
It's funny. You have Europe and Japan, who the glorifying of violence is not exactly smiled upon. However, sex and sexual type stuff is perfectly fine. Whereas America, it's the complete opposite. When it comes to, we're much more conservative when it comes to sexual type stuff in like media, video games, and even in public. But violence, guns, and violent video games and all that is, make it as violent as you want. No worries.
Oh yeah, wasn't there like an old game what was it, Manhunt?
Manhunt was way up there. Manhunt 2 actually ended up getting censored slightly because you can still sell it in America if it gets an AO rating, but you can't sell it at family-friendly stores like Best Buy and GameStop. You have to order it online. They're perfectly legal. You can make it as twisted and messed up as you want, but after a certain point, you can only sell it pretty much like online or whatnot. So they lose a lot of business that way, so they most of the time downgrade them to say something like a mature rating, where you can sell it at a GameStop.
Yeah.
But there are AO games out there. There are several of them. Leisure Suit Larry for the they came out on the Xbox One. I mean, not the Xbox One, the original Xbox.
Yeah. That was a mature rated game, but the PC version was AO.
Also, there was another game that I can't remember the name. It just came out, but it was basically this gothic-looking dude, and all he did was go around and kill nothing but innocent people.
Oh yeah, I remember
Hatred?
that.
Hatred, yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
wasn't that on Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
because you can. It'll be on Steam because it's a download game. You're buying it through online.
Yeah.
So Steam doesn't have that kind of
Same restrictions.
restriction that say a GameStop or a Best Buy would have.
It's almost kind of like they have like a self-governing rating policy of some kind.
essentially.
It-
We will pick up where we left off in the next episode.
See ya.
See ya.
Fish.